Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Russell is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 spot. That's Byron Scott's 5 as we get into the second half. Kobe with the steal. And now Bryant pushing it up. No one back to stop him. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Lakers ball. 3 points,
Inside, Crawford with the steal. It's Pierce with the drive. Paul's shot is off.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Clarkson passes to Hibbert. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That's on Paul Pierce. And who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert? A guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things. But I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or 2.
Nice move and finish. I think the halftime break really gave him a second win.
Still a bit chilly from the field at the start of this 3rd quarter. 1 of 4 so far.
Stolen by Clarkson. And it's the Lakers on the break. Russell's running, and Randall throws it down.
Boy, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger Clark right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up. And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college, had a very encouraging junior season, looked like a future lottery pick, and then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
Now, here's Clarkson, guarded by Crawford. Again, Russell missing. Clippers trail by 6. The 3. It's blocked. Out of bounds, Clippers ball as the Clippers keep possession. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. They retain possession.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Jordan kicks to Paul. Got a piece of it. Here's Clarkson, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills. How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
And the basket by Kobe.
Boy, Doc Rivers keeps on leading his teams to successful seasons. A former coach of the year rarely has a season where his team doesn't meet expectations.
Inside, here's Clarkson. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Take a look at what Clarkson's been doing. He has 12 points, and he's hit the mark twice from 3-point range as well.
And Clark, it's no stretch to say the more points he gives them from beyond the arc, the better off they'll be. And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
And guys, I think it's exactly the right thing to do with the lead. Keep going at defenders and find a way to get yourself to the line.
And that's his style right now. That's his game. He plays it as well as anyone. And when we get to crunch time, that's when he's at his best.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here. tonight.
It's Hibbert with the drive. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Here's Green. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. We've got 1:23 left in the third quarter. Bryant dishes to Russell. That's good, and it's Kobe with the assist. 16 points for D'Angelo Russell.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it, and he has been that leader today. And I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. 'Cause he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And so the ball out of bounds. Hibbert touched it last. Full 24-second shot clock. Here's Paul. Again, the miss by Paul.
Well, he's building a house with those bricks. I mean, one reason is he keeps trying to force it up when he's defended well. Move the ball. Share the sugar.
Great open look there. 19 points for D'Angelo Russell.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
By himself, throws down the breakaway jam.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
Here's Clarkson. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Clarkson's got 6 in the quarter.
And really, it looks like he may just try to take this thing over.
And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Pierce in its small. Forward.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Looking at Los Angeles, they want to turn it around after the loss to Cleveland.
What a nice feed by Kobe that time.
Here is Paul.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Los Angeles.
Their defense has been outstanding, closing out on shots and blocking a few as well.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots. The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point.
And Russell gets it to go.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
It's deflected. Stolen by Clarkson. Russell with a wide open look. The Lakers rebound, goes back up. He takes it up and lays it in.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Offensive rebound, Green. Here's Jordan and Hibbert with the block. Jordan the pass to Paul. But they'll get another chance.
Multiple possessions have been the story of the game, and even with the big lead, this team continues to be quicker to the ball.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
Pierce for three. Will it go? No good off the front iron.
Yeah, good tough D there to get a hand up and force that miss.
That's example number 1 of why he is such a strong defensive player and why he has such a great defensive reputation. Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Here's Clarkson. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He had 6 points from long range in the first half, but nothing's fallen here since.
Shot's good. 13 points for Crawford. Lakers leading by 20. Three-pointer. Shot's good by Clarkson.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Paul kicks to Green and stolen by Hibbert. Crawford with the steal. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, if you really want to make things hard on yourself, that's exactly how to do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
They're not doing themselves any favors at this point. They've got to stabilize their offense with just sound execution.
Paul, and it's blocked. Hibbert with it. Bryant with it. Now Pierce defending. The drive by Bryant. Hibbert. That's tipped. Crawford with the steal. And it's sent back by Russell. And there's Kobe. That's good on the assist for Randall. And that's 15 points for Kobe Bryant.
And an open path to the hoop there. Easy bucket. We've seen that far too many times today.
And Hibbert with the block. They retain possession. Green dishes to Paul. Goes up again. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
Oh, he has just struggled here offensively in the quarter. Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, there were a few complaints last season about how the playoff seeding was done, most notably in the Western Conference. Portland was the 4th seed for winning their division, but without that division win, would have been the 6th seed. It's been a good one for Green. He has 9 points and a decent little assist total for him, too.
No doubt they'd like to see that carry over to the rest of the team. Get good assist numbers all the way around.
Into the playoffs last year, with Portland being a division winner, but getting that 4th seed, that played a huge role in this conversation about playoff seeding structure. San Antonio would end up playing the Clippers in the first round, even though both had better records than the Blazers.
Kevin, no doubt it's a tricky situation. Listen, you want to reward teams for winning their division, but every so often it comes at the expense of several other teams, like it did last year, who just play in stronger divisions. So I think that's something that the league is going to have to look at moving forward.
Kobe against Paul. Off the pick. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge, Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
It's Pierce on the wing. Lots of room. That's good on the jump shot.
And this run not really doing him any good at this point, as late as it's starting to evolve.
Yeah, but kudos to him, Greg. I mean, the fight they're showing now, you got to give them credit for that. Would have been